Sony just might have lost the defense on the Xbox buying Activision Blizzard deal that's been going on for about, I'd say, a year or so now.
We could go.
So Microsoft's been trying to buy Activision, but Sony's been very against the purchase since Xbox is their top competitor in the gaming industry. So the whole ordeal has been held up in the UK by the CMA, the UK's Competition Market Authority. They've been deciding whether or not to let this deal go through to make sure Xbox doesn't have a chokehold or monopoly in the gaming industry. Well, I'll see if I can put it on screen for you guys now. But in short, it says that the risk outbenefit the ways for Microsoft to keep Call of Duty an exclusive than keeping it multi-platform how it has been for, like I say, 20 years or so now. So obviously, Jim Ryan, CEO of Sony PlayStation, has been fighting tooth and nail to make sure this deal doesn't go through, because Call of Duty as on PlayStation makes a boatload of money for Sony and the PlayStation department as a whole. So they don't want that deal to go through, not one bit. But it looks like it might go through because CMA, as I just said, might let it go through. And if the CMA lets it go through, what's stopping the United States FTC from accepting it and other countries letting it go by as well? But this does have to be said that this whole thing isn't over yet, because Microsoft still has pretty big share in the whole cloud gaming space. They're very dominant in that regard, but decision has yet to be made. But their final decision is to be made at the end of April. So about a month or so from today, we'll find out if the CMA accepts this whole deal or not. And if it does go through, this might change, not might, it will definitely change the gaming industry as a whole. Microsoft owning Activision Blizzard, a $69 billion transaction, is definitely going to have ripple effects throughout the gaming industry. So just to give my thoughts on it, it's pretty insane if this does go through, because personally, I didn't think this deal was going to go through. I thought it was way too big of
That's what she said.
a purchase. Activision has so many IP and properties in gaming, and one of the biggest as Call of Duty. I don't think it'd go through just because there's that potential of Microsoft making it a console exclusive. But I always thought that was stupid if they did, because how do I put it? Call of Duty makes a lot of money, not because it's an exclusive or anything, just because of how casual it is, how mainstream it is, and on all the platforms it is on, like the PS5, the Xbox Series, now PC with Warzone also now in the mix and everything. It's a very big
That's what she said.
IP. So, but even in that regard, I didn't think it'd go through, but apparently it might. And if it does, that's gonna be huge. And apparently in the COD community, it's pretty split if people want it to happen or not, because people are saying they want it to happen because it makes COD better as a franchise, because it's been going on a deterioration for years now. I say for the past like 4 or 5 years, I say, or so. Me knowing what I do know about the COD community and the games and everything. But yeah, this is big if it does go through. I do not know, because if that's the case, what's stopping from other studios being bought? Like EA being bought would be insane. I could definitely see Sony trying to do another purchase if this deal does go through. Like Capcom or Square would be really big purchase for Sony if Activision is bought out by Microsoft. And obviously, I assume the execs of Activision do want the deal to go through, because that's a big payday for them. And personally, Activision as a developer is terrible. They don't even care about the games, in my opinion. Obviously, the developers actually make the games probably do, but the execs, management, they do not, from the way how I see how they release games, how they are, and all the horror stories of working there and everything. But hopefully, if it does go through, it's for the good and not for the bad. But let me know what you guys think of this whole deal going through or not. Until next time, see ya.